Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your monthly reading for February 2026. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right in, Pisces. First things first, happy birthday. You are one of the signs that's going to have the most unforgettable birthday seasons in your lifetime. All right? Just wait. This is a big month. And if you are new to my channel, I'm going to give you your astrological overview. Then I'm going to do your full Celtic cross spread. Then we'll break it down week by week. We are going to look at pull more cards. We'll look at some other aspects and then the second spread. But Pisces, cue the trumpets. Cue the trumpets. Happy birthday. It's almost indescribable what's happening this month. And it's in your birthday season, okay? And we're here too, the gateway for our brand new era, the birth of the new world. This is such a pivotal month, okay? And when I say that, we have the Saturn Neptune conjunction, right? So this is going to help define the future of the 21st century. That's how pivotal this month is, all right? And January, remember, was the cracking of the egg. February would be your first breath in your new reality, or gasp, or scream, or cheer. You do you, but get excited because you made it. So the Saturn-Neptune conjunction at 0 degrees, Aries, the world axis, the crater degree. Again, we have never experienced this in modern human history. That's thousands and thousands of years, meaning we are the first to experience this reality shift, this frequency shift. But what makes it rare is because, you've probably heard about it. It's been exhausted. I did a video on it. I have to leave it at the end of this video on what you can expect for the next 2 years of your life with this aspect. But it's rare because the orbit of these planets allow them to precisely align at this extremely narrow window for this exact conjunction at 0 degrees Aries. That's the very first degree in the very first sign in the zodiac, therefore the beginning of the beginning. This is the great reset, the great collapse, the great awakening. February isn't a month. It is your last glance back at the old world as you truly begin your new journey, creating your new reality. I hope you get excited. And I'll leave that video at the end of this video because remember, the Saturn conjunct Neptune is still part of the prism portal, that rare grand trine that makes it even more rare with the 4 outer planets all aspecting. Like, what? So just know this is going to have significant impact. And that's the other thing. Saturn and Neptune for you are officially out of your sign. Yeah? Neptune left your sign January 26th. And I do record these a few days, sometime before the actual month begins. So I think some of y'all are actually approaching that. So it's a big moment for you. It's a big milestone moment. But if you are a subscriber, you will remember me saying every month, week after week, since the moment Saturn and Neptune briefly met last summer to take inspired action, put yourself where you want to be by now. All right. I said week after week, I said wax on, wax off. I said put in the work. I said out with the old, in with the new. Everything's about to change. Saturn makes your dreams reality, right? Neptune dissolves your old systems and structures. You're entering this just milestone birthday season. And it's last summer that I launched greatawakener.com to prepare you for this moment, because I've seen what's happening in the next few years and everything starts changing. You're seeing it right before your eyes, but you're on the brink of change. You're moving into this great paradigm shift. Your reality is going to shift and you're already experiencing change. I mean, you're gonna adapt to a lot more change as well in your birthday season, because February is more than just, that conjunction, right? And I did a video on the February 2026 astrology overview. I'll leave that at the end of the video too. But I have never seen a month like February where And it's not because of of what's happening, right? Because it's not just that. There's a lot more, as you can see. It's almost the aspects, everything that's happening this month. It's as if it's like perfectly. The aspects are perfectly, but also suspiciously placed throughout the month, as if in this carefully designed way. Yeah, as if something cosmically divine played a role in preparing you to leave everything behind for your new you. So in February, you're going to see three things, okay? You're going to see three major things play out. A, we enter eclipse season. On top of the Saturn Neptune conjunction, and eclipses bring the unexpected. They're game changers. And two, almost all the planetary aspects are with Uranus, the planet of the unexpected and change. And then three, the majority of aspects and alignments that are happening in February in general are going to be with Chiron, the wounded healer, and the North Node in your sign. So expect change, expect the unexpected, expect to heal old wounds to make room for destined life events. And yes, not everything's on the whiteboard, okay? Not all the aspects. And yes, there's more in the back. That's where the party is, okay? Party's in the back. But and I'm not going to go through everything, okay? Because there's a lot. And remember, we'll talk about some when we break it down week by week, but especially the first week, because we'll talk about them next week. But you do have to know about Sunday, February 1st, the full moon in Leo. I mean, this is happening as soon as the month begins, right? You're already releasing. It's a full moon, right? Full moons bring completion, major turning points. They're emotional. This one's in Leo, so there's something really nice about this one where you get to fully express your authentic self. Yeah. This is Leo energy. Remember, Leo is like, I get the stage. So this is like you turning the spotlight on you, but also Leo rules your sixth house, so there may be something here with work that's, ending. It feels more like a colleague maybe leaving or employee, things like that. Maybe even a boss, but definitely something here where there's going to be some changes with work. It could be you. It could also be health matters. It's your sixth house, your daily routines. There may be something that you decide to change in terms of, self-improvement. The other, we'll talk about more next week, by the way, but what I was going to say is Leo is the heart. So there is this great passion here as well. Also, don't forget, we are still in Aquarius season. Yeah. So we still have 5 planets in Aquarius the entire first week until February 6th, and they're going to start moving into your sign. But for the first week, remember, we have Pluto in Aquarius, right? Everything in Aquarius. So truths coming to the surface, right? Revelations. There still may be themes around that. There may be some hidden matters. There could be some people that you thought were on your side. This is your 12th house that you see that they're maybe not as supportive as you thought they were. Or you see a side of them, or like, oh, villain, right? So keep that in mind. There's, full moons also illuminate. But there could also, just remember, there may be some health matters here as well. It does hit your, health axis. So, but it's all about releasing. And so if you are a cross watcher, if you watch for a rising or your moon, or for your, boyfriend, Henry, or your mom, fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius will feel this full moon the most. And if you have any planets 11 to 15 degrees in any of those signs in your natal chart, those planets are going to be aspected, so you would feel it the most. Now, another thing to be mindful of is Tuesday, February 3rd, Uranus is stationing direct at 27 degrees. Listen, when Uranus moves, he moves. You know that, right? You're going to feel this. It's Uranus, the sky god. He's a planet of surprises, the unexpected, breakthroughs, revelations, shocks to the system, things like that, right? You're gonna feel some of this movement. And Uranus is, like I said, there's going to be, I think once every week, there's going to be an aspect, a square with Uranus. Okay. But you can use this. It's all about your breakthroughs. This is definitely going to take you out of your comfort zone. Uranus is in Taurus. That rules your third house. So there could be something here with communication. There could be some conversations. There could be some things just out of the blue with even family is the third house, your local community. Travel's a big thing here, but really just know that with the fact Uranus is now direct in your third house of communication, you see Mercury is moving into your sign. When we get to the back, you'll see Mercury's going retrograde this month as well in your sign. So communication may be a big thing for you where there may be some, I would really, back things up. Mercury is the lower octave of Uranus. They both rule like technology. The third house is the internet. So just be mindful of that. Okay. And communicating with others. But here's the thing. Uranus has been retrograde since September 6th. If you felt that there was things were stalled when it comes to communication, when it comes to launching things, like launching a business or selling goods, selling, your stickers on Etsy, whatever it is, you're going to love this. Okay. Because Uranus is progress and forward momentum, and it is in Taurus. So there may be some, activity around finances as well as the things that you value. All right. Now, another thing that I'm going to point out to you is, Friday, February 6th, that's when Mercury moves into your sign. Mercury is going to be here all month in your sign. So you get Mercury, the planet of communication. The thing is, Mercury is all about facts and logic and is very, all about logical things. You're the dreamer, Pisces, right? So you're all higher mind, intuition. It takes some time for Mercury to acclimate in your sign. But when he does, he learns to be compassionate and have empathy and be soulful. He learns to play the saxophone. I always say Mercury and Pisces, if you know anybody who has Mercury and Pisces, and I always say Mercury and Pisces is like poetry in motion. And so it's really beautiful. It's beautiful words. It's a great time for you to, write down your daydreams, make them real dreams, speak your creative ideas into the ether, things like that. So, but you're going to love this, all right? Because you see Venus is moving into your sign too. Now, let's go to that. You do have, let me see something here. Yeah, you do have Tuesday, February 10th, Venus will move into your sign. And this is absolutely amazing because Venus is exalted in your sign. And Venus was in your sign last year, last January. But remember, there were retrogrades, triple retrogrades. There was a little different. You're going to love this. This is so much pleasure. It's fun. It's dreamy. It's not when it comes to your, things that you desire, love and money. Venus is in her chariot here. So this really drives forth a lot of compassion and that romanticism. It's fun. It's a lot of pleasure. It's like the, kissy emoji, the cloud emoji, right? Just boundless dreamer energy. But I love this. And if you are an artist, ooh, you're going to love it too. Okay. If you're a singer, a dancer, poet, saxophone player, it's just very inspiring. Anyway, we'll talk about it more in your weekly forecast. And then we will have 3 North Node conjunctions. All right. So just they're suspiciously spaced out very nicely throughout the month. And as you know, the North Node is in your sign. So you are going to have some big events. All right. But Thursday, February 13th, you do have Saturn moving into Aries. Okay. Here it is. Okay. You've got Saturn moving into Aries. You have Saturn leaving your sign. This is a big deal, right? You actually had Saturn in Aries May 24th to September 1st last year. Neptune was there too. So you've already experienced a little bit of this. Um, so what changes did you experience around that time? What changes did you feel when it came to leadership? Were there any bold new ventures that you launched or you initiated? Did you redefine your identity, reinvent yourself? Because Aries is the I am of the zodiac, the emperor in tarot. So it's ownership, and it's your second house, money, finances, right? Salary, income, your earning potential. But also, there is that element of, again, assessing your values, your self worth. All right. There could have been a big confident boost here. There could have been some big energy around, again, money, and food, by the way. So just think about that time where you got that little glimpse, right? You probably felt that. Maybe you became a boss. Maybe you became a big authority. Maybe you embraced more discipline. You had zero tolerance. You set up meaningful boundaries. Maybe you did take on more responsibility too. Maybe you felt a little bit impatient. Saturn actually likes things slow and steady. Aries doesn't. So either way, remember Saturn is karma. So if you did the work, you do the work, Saturn rewards you. And you have unfinished business here, right? So you had a little peak last summer. That was your trailer. This is the main feature now. Your life lessons will be in your values, your even material possessions, and again, self-worth, self-value, and money. All right, up until April 2028. And again, now that Saturn's here, he's officially conjunct Neptune. So you're going to feel there's energies merge and build up to February 20th when they perfect at 0 degrees. So this is where the countdown like officially starts. And so we'll talk more about it in your weekly forecast. The other thing is that there may be, well, where are we? Oh, yeah, February 16th. So February 16th to the 22nd, happy birthday officially, is when we have the strongest concentration of energy and activity for the month. Starting with Sunday, February 16th. This is, the Sun square Uranus. There's going to be a Uranus square almost like every week. And it's going to be with Aquarius. All the planets will be in Aquarius, like the Sun in Aquarius, squaring Uranus and Taurus. Again, that is your third house. Aquarius is your 12th. So their 12th house is very spiritual, right? It's your home. They're comfortable there. It's rest and retreat. It's intuition. It is healing. And the third, right? So the mind, communication. This may bring a little bit of restlessness, but it's also just very stimulating. So you may crave some excitement around this time. You're ready to evolve. You're already feeling the solar eclipse. Your inner rebel, right? Aquarius energy wants to show the world, right, who you are. So this is maybe some breakthrough that you have, all right? And again, it may have to do with, something that you're communicating or project that you're working on. It's also, maybe something with family, your local community, but there may be something here with finances as well. You see that same day, Mercury will trine Jupiter. So remember, Mercury's in your sign. And Jupiter, we didn't see at all last month. So this is really great. You may announce something. You may hear great news around this time. It's a great time to, have an interview. Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. And this is happening at 15 degrees, which happens to be Jupiter's degree of exaltation, meaning he's at his strongest point here. So I absolutely love this for you. This is really amazing because there is something so, remember, Mercury in your sign is so dreamy. It's so romantic. I really love it. It's trining Jupiter and Cancer in your fifth of joy and pleasure and romance and true love and sex and procreation. It's the fifth house. So, hey, you may announce that you're having a baby. There's so many great things around this time. Fifth house is also like creative projects, like creativity. There's a lot of great stuff with this aspect. Now, this is happening at the same time, Monday, February 17th. This is perhaps, I mean, just this cluster of dates, the most meaningful days for you. All right. You have the new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius, 29 degrees. This is the day of the, fire horse, the official day that kicks off, right? And which I talk about a lot in a lot of the live streams. I think my top 10 predictions for 2026, I'll leave that in this video. But anyway, this is a big deal. I want you to think about what happened for you the last 2 weeks of January with all those conjunctions, that surge of energy that brought you to this moment. This is just another radical leap forward. That's that Aquarius energy. It's at 29 degrees. That's a true ending, true begetting. It's that anaretic degree. And so eclipses bring so much change. Yeah. And this eclipse happens to square Uranus. So it's very interesting seeing what's happening for you because, again, Aquarius rules your 12th. Yeah. And then Uranus is in your 3rd. So that's, the 3rd would be the physical mind. The 12th would be the higher mind. So very interesting. I think that you're going to have some sort of spiritual awakening. You're going to process something around this time. But it is this brand new beginning, brand new adventure. It's, again, very spiritual. There's something, I wouldn't be surprised if you have some thoughts about launching something new, selling things. Again, your 3rd house is just really activated. A lot of things that you need to communicate. Okay. And you may have some shakeups too, but this is a true collective awakening. Remember, Aquarius is the collective, rules humanity. Now, and is very revolutionary. And with that said, like everything that's happening in this cluster of dates, especially with this eclipse, there is this sense of urgency, this now or never kind of feeling, this wake up call that you may feel, and destined to, right? Because you do see Venus conjuncting the North Node in your sign. So eclipses already have an element of karma, as does, the nodes of fate, as does Saturn in Aries, now with Neptune. So there is this convergence of these energies and aspects and alignments that can bring something truly fated for you, especially with Venus, relationships and love and money, creative projects, creativity, beauty, everything that Venus stands for. And remember, Venus is exalted in your sign with the North Node. So this is also deeply spiritual. You could receive, downloads or have epiphanies. Something just clicks about your path forward. So I love this for you. I think that this is one of those moments where you see for yourself, life is a miracle, right? I'm going to make the most of it. So I love it. The North Node is like your mission statement, like where you're going, or your direction. So I really love this because it's happening right at the time on Tuesday, February 18th, where we move into your sign. So happy birthday, Pisces, my secret crush, not so secret crush. So we have the sun moving into Pisces, and it's all about you. It's all about you and your role and your identity and your personality and everything here. Okay. And a lot of creative energy for the next 4 weeks. It's just, again, all about you. And I think that it's going to be a very spiritual time for you, especially right on the heels of the eclipse in Aquarius, which you will feel for many, many months, up to like a year, the energy of that eclipse. And you could feel pulled in certain directions of even like groups and new friendships that you feel mystically connected to. Then you might find ways to heal through your work or your art. So really wonderful. And then you see Thursday, February 20th, we do have the Saturn Neptune conjunction, 0 degrees Aries. This is it, the great reset. Also, the great collapse, because Saturn, remember, can turn your dreams into reality, Neptune, your ruler, can make it all feel magical. But if you don't put in the work, it's Saturn, right? If you get lost in Neptune's delusion, fantasy, then your Saturn's going to give you his reality check. And then Neptune, you could be, lost in the sauce, right? In his fog. So just remember, Saturn builds and Neptune dissolves. So they're so opposite, right, from each other, but they're in Aries, okay? It's the I am. It's you. You decide how they work together. You decide how everything works, what stays, what goes, right? And so you're gonna feel this. Listen, it's the conjunction. Think of it, seed being planted that's 36 years long, right? But you feel it really strongly in the very first degrees, say the next few years. And again, this is your second house, so a lot of energy around money, finances, things that you value. We'll talk about it more, but again, it's at the end of this video. And then Saturday, you have Venus trine Jupiter. I mean, come on. You got an Apple Pen? I would circle this in your calendar. You have Venus in your sign trine Jupiter in Cancer. So this is the best, luckiest day of the month. All right? One of the year, actually, to be honest, because you have an exalted Venus in your sign, trine an exalted Jupiter in Cancer. That's at its degree of exaltation, but also Jupiter is your ruler. Also, trines are the nature of Jupiter. Also, these are the two benefics. So, the two brightest planets in the sky. This is a gift from the universe. This is this wink from the universe. And again, Jupiter in Cancer is your fifth, right? So a lot of joy, pleasure, fun, romance, soulmate energy. This is nurturing. This is optimism. This is expansion. This is the big picture. This is great. You're going to love this. I love this. Just expect, all these blessings around this time. And water signs, it will be Cancer, Scorpio, and you. That's going to feel this and Mercury trine Jupiter the most. If you have any planets 13 to 17 degrees in any of the water signs, right? It's those two aspects. The only two aspects with Jupiter you're going to feel the most. All right. So there could be some of y'all maybe planting seeds around February 24th about moving. There may be something here with moving or doing something with the home. There could be some stimulation around there. Yeah. Some family energy, maybe buying a place or maybe even, you may be in just little seeds being planted. We do have a first quarter moon in Gemini on the 24th. And then Thursday, February 26th, Mercury will go retrograde in your sign. Remember, Mercury that's not his strongest place, but the bigger thing here is that after all these significant aspects, these powerful aspects, some that we've never experienced, right? It's, this can feel a little bit more foggy than normal, this Mercury retrograde, okay? It can be a little bit of confusion. It's like, when you're in a pool and you're underwater and you look up and it's just like, whoa, kind of like that. And of course, it's Mercury retrograde. So there is, it comes with the package, the delays and miscommunication, and again, tech glitches. Yeah. So just be mindful around this time. We'll talk about it more when we get to it. But just remember, Mercury retrogrades, use them. Okay. They come for your benefit. It's a good time to just slow down, re-examine, reassess, reevaluate, revise, review everything that's been happening for you. Okay. There's been a lot. All right. We haven't even gotten to any of the Chiron. I mean, there's been a lot, and we'll talk about it. But I want you to know that Friday, February 27th, you will have the sun conjunct the North Node in your sign. So this is a big deal because it's happening at the same time Mars will square Uranus, which could be considered the most challenging aspect of the month, but you can use it. It's just a little bit of like destiny, a little bit of disruption. Yeah. It's like you feel like you're like walking on water in another dimension, on another planet, in a cartoon. I mean, this is the sun conjunct the North Node. It's like you discovered your path, like you're like right where you need to be. No, and any of these, by the way, all these conjunctions, of course, they're going to bring an element of the South Node as well, the South Node in Virgo. So that's karmic release with partnerships, relationships, contracts. You truly are going to go through some enormous change, Pisces. And with Mars square Uranus, that's actually helping you break free from anything that you're ready to, yeah, you're probably going to make some announcement too. You got words to say. Uranus is in your third, all right? This can be very my way or no way. Yeah, no other way. Mars, remember, is the god warrior. He's like a spear. And Uranus can be chaos and breakdowns. And Mercury is retrograde. So just be very mindful on this day, okay? We'll talk about it when we get to it, but it's a great time to just, channel the energy constructively, creatively. It's a great time for personal breakthroughs. Yeah, but again, we'll talk about it. And the reason why these squares can be really strong, they're all in fixed signs. Yeah, and so there's a little bit of wiggle room, but then once we have all the planets moving into your sign, your immutable sign, Pisces, it just gets, you adapt easier. Yeah. Anyway, let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you, Pisces, for February 2026 for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Pisces, y'all crack me up. All right, so Pisces, how are y'all doing? What a month. Like yeah, big month. Happy birthday, Pisces. I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. Yeah. Offers the best overview, especially for a monthly forecast. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will. I always do for you. Pisces, y'all are amazing. I'm really cold. I just realized that window's open, and it's 14 degrees here in New York. Pisces, what are you doing for your birthday? Remember to do something so special in such a memorable, unforgettable month like this. Okay? All right, let's get started. Pisces. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're good. You got opportunities. You're gonna make this easy for me. You're already gonna get a little. All right, Pisces, you're so good here. You got the Eight of Wands. Everything's gonna happen really fast. There's gonna be so much movement. You're gonna feel it. And there's so much enthusiasm that comes with the Eight of Wands. There's this feeling of everything moving fast around you. That's what this month is going to feel like too. Remember, when Uranus goes direct, you got these squares, you got a lot of other stuff happening. But either way, this card is a Sagittarius card, the Eight of Wands, and Sagittarius rules your 10th house. So again, right off the bat, there may be some movement in career. Again, changes, career, your passions. Yeah, with the wands have the spirit of fire. You feel that fire in your belly. You have that sense, this knowing that something's changing, things are moving in your direction. The wands are completely aligning for you. And so are the stars and the heart of your spread. And this is a monthly forecast. Like, you're good. You're good. Yeah, the star. Star is attributed to Aquarius too. You see the water bear here. Mm-hmm. As we are in Aquarius season, and yeah, this is amazing. This is just really amazing. I'm very excited for you. The star, all about, first healing, right? You're doing some healing. Again, we'll talk about some aspects that are happening with Chiron. But Aquarius energy that's your 12th house anyway. where it is healing, where you become this, even this healer. I talked about this, where you heal others in some capacity, whether it is career, profession, or just being you, right? So I really love this. This is someone who just the stars where you get to, be who you are, express who you are. Uh, it just feel this. Look at this. You see the water bear pouring onto the land as well, right? So that's just showing everything's growing around you. Yeah. There's this growth. There's this fertility. There's this, even knowledge in terms of all this inner wisdom that's you're going to have. You're going to learn everything that's happening this month. It's just making you wiser and stronger. And yeah, I'm just so excited for you. You're amazing. Listen, you have the Queen of Pentacles in your challenge area. Yeah, there may be someone who is a little bit, you gotta have some conversations. There's someone here with the Queen of Pentacles, like she is the richest queen. She's a great caretaker, yeah. But there is a sense of there may be someone you don't see eye to eye with money, all right? Because normally she's very giving, but she is in your challenge area. And so she may be a little, there may be some refusing to be flexible around something that has to do with money. But remember, pentacles are your physical reality as well. So there just may be something like within your reality where there's someone who could be a little bit older, someone who just maybe, maternal figure as well, that it could be a boss, it could be an actual mother, it could be, just keep that in mind. There may be some, we're going to have to work with this. Mm-hmm. The other thing is, look at this. You may actually have changes in your life in this month where you have these new paths with money. Yeah. New experiences, even like seeds being planted, like something's coming, like that there's movement activity when it comes to money, all right, finances. And so it's just like making sure that you're able to use that to your advantage in terms of putting structure and order into the long term, right? Kind of part of this world, this new world that you're moving into, being able to create the world that you want to live in, having the resources to do so as well. So really just having, eyes on the ball, right? Hangman in your crown. This is amazing. That's what happens when you have 5 planets in Aquarius. You have these aspects in Aquarius in your 12th house. You got the Hangman. This is all about seeing things in a different way because the old ways stopped working for you. So there is a sense of surrender. There is a sense of even like sacrifice. There's a sense of, okay, not working for me anymore. I recognize that, right? And in order to recognize that, you've got to be connected with your intuition, your higher mind, trusting, right? Trusting yourself. This is really amazing. And then you have the 2 of Cups and the root of your spread. So there's something growing here. You see that? There's so much growth here. Mind expansion, all the way because all because you saw things in a different way. You chose to, yeah. You see the halo around his head. It's a lot of enlightenment here. In your crown, you've got the 2 of Cups, the card, the soulmate card, the twin flame card, in layman's terms. And this is you opening yourself up to the possibility of having something grow in your life, someone being part of your journey moving forward. And it can be love, it can be career, it can be an agent if you're writing a book, whatever, it can be platonic. There's great passion. You see the winged lion, yeah. So I really love this for you because there's remember all those South Node and Virgo will be activated as well, yeah. And so that is your 7th house of partnerships, love, marriage, relationships, contracts, etc. But it looks like there's something that's formulating into something that has a long shelf life. And then you have that 2 of Pentacles in your future. It just feels like there is going to be opportunities and you're going to have to prioritize like which Like, do I go with this job? Like, right? Or if again, money may be a big theme for you, and it may be because it's the Two of Pentacles, and maybe you might find yourself in a situation like you've never been in this like situation before, right? Like you're like, whoa, I had no idea that like this path would have opened for me that has this job with a bigger salary, or the savings that, or we got money back from taxes or something. Like there's a lot more, but either way, this is just prioritizing, making sure that you're not juggling a bunch of things in your life that's distracting you from like the big picture, okay? And just finding that balance and that inner harmony, and you're going to be absolutely fine. I mean, this is you're good. Let's get to your stuff. Pisces, I gotta how are you doing? Oh my gosh, I cut my fingers. I don't know. I'm like trying to if you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, share. Yeah. Okay. Hype. That was it. The new thing. But leave comments. Tell me what you're doing for your birthday. You got to plan something really big, especially with these North Node conjunctions. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And Venus trine Jupiter. So anyway, you're amazing. Let's see what's going on. Oh my gosh. You're okay. So yeah. You're very good here. You're gonna have to. You got the 10 of Wands. Okay. Don't bring things onto yourself. Don't take on more than you can chew. But the bigger thing here is don't take on more. This is a loaded month, okay? Have some breathing space. Have some time for yourself. You've got a lot of activity in your 12th. The 12th house is also like, a place where you do rest and retreat, where you have time for yourself, remove yourself, and go to the river and have, an hour just playing your saxophone, right? You do you. But just don't take on too much, because it feels, again, you want to keep it's like, let's lighten the load. It feels very career related. The Wands have a lot to do with career, profession, or again, like your passions, a lot of creative energy here. But he's taking on so much. He's carrying so many wands. He can't see where he's going. Yeah. So you're going to have to drop a wand or two if you feel that that's happening. All right. And wands, again, 10 of wands would be Saturn in Sagittarius. Again, Sagittarius, your 10th house, right? Career. Ace of Swords. There's a breakthrough. Wow. You're like, I'm so excited for you. Ace of Swords, brilliant idea. The epiphany that I was talking about. There's just so much here. It's in your external factors area. I mean, the ace, you got the hand of spirit offering you the biggest sword in the deck. That's a lot of power. And swords, by the way, look at the crown. This is victory. It's success. There's likely a contract, surprise contract, right? With, your third house activated with Uranus there. There's also, Uranus in your third house of the mind, swords, the mental suit, like this huge breakthrough that you may have that opens doors. This is doors opening for you as well. I would not be surprised if there's some new contract or something that you're signing, or a big conversation that you have, or an interview, or there's just something here to look forward to that is moving the needle forward, but opening up this new path for you. You have the 9 of Swords. I don't mind it where it is. It's just saying that the last thing you want to do is be in a place where you feel guilty about something, like you feel like the victim about something, like you feel, it's the 9 of Swords, right? Look at all the swords stacked over his head. But it's like you are at a place where like, no more of that. I'm a new me. And if anyone ever makes me feel that way, I'm going to make sure that it just never happens. But it does feel like there is something here also where there is like, listen, when Pisces energy is like forgiveness as well. So feels like there's something here that you want to clear the air to through the month of February, okay? And you will be able to with all the Chiron aspects. And then there you go. Your king of the cup, right? On top of the water, your element. This is all emotions. This is feeling emotionally strong. This is someone who has a lot of compassion, a lot of empathy. This is a huge leader, leads with his heart, does what his heart desires, really connected with the heart, even like the heart and mind heart coherence. Like, this is amazing. Okay, so it does look like there is a big moment where you're gonna that's what's happening, right, with Saturn being in Aries now. And so there's that sense of leadership, and it could be you in a new role. It could be you even in a family role, because you do have a lot of family energy. That's going to be a lot stronger when we get to April, but you're going to feel emotionally satisfied, and you're going to be the rock for other people. I always love that about the King of Cups. All right. So the only thing here is, like, don't bottle anything up. I don't think you will, but you're good. Okay. As in, like, emotions. Now let's break it down week by week. Pisces, the first week, as you know, you have the full moon in Leo. And you do have, so this is what's happening with, so all the aspects with Chiron, they're going to be sextiles. So they're positive aspects, okay? And what it means is, for instance, Monday, February 2nd, we will have Mercury in Aquarius at that point, sextile Chiron in Aries. So every planet that will sextile Chiron in Aries will be in Aquarius. Yeah, that is their 12th. Chiron in Aries is their 2nd. So there is something here where it, Chiron is the wounded healer. So again, healing old wounds, clearing the air, even old, emotions that have stayed for a long time, subconscious wounds. So again, it just feels very convenient that all these aspects of clearing old emotional wounds are happening right before the Saturn Neptune conjunction, right? Getting rid of the old. So anyway, it's as if the universe is conscious. It is. Aquarius and Aries are very similar, and like, they're very independent. They do their own thing. There's this level of, self-sufficiency here. But again, just the fact that you have these two in a sextile with Chiron, it's an opportunity for you to heal as long as you put in the effort. And this healing can be truly, like, cathartic, and you have all this strong support system around you. Aquarius is, like I said, like humanity, the people that you connect with. And it's Mercury with Chiron. So this is like healing words. This is, deep conversations, finally speaking up what was bottled up inside. So again, you're going to have several of these. Okay. Now, Uranus is stationing direct. You got Mercury moving into your sign. Let's see what's going on the first week for you. All right, Pisces? For February 2026. There you go. 8 of Swords. You got to say some things. You got it. There it is. Yeah. There it is. You got to use those aspects, because at the same time, don't forget, you've got Mercury then square Uranus. Yeah. Thursday, February 5th. I don't think I told you about that one, but yeah. That's like, again, that's something where you might say something surprising. You could say something off the cuff. You could accidentally, like, you know what I mean? Like, but it's still like, someone could say something to you and you don't, and you're reactive, not responsive, right? So either way, 8 of Swords, just, you got, this is facing your truth. This would be, we call this a self-victim card, like she put herself here, but it feels like someone's putting you in that situation. You have these opportunities to heal. All right. And Ruby, I think I have to grab Ruby. And then you have Mercury moving into your sign. So, oh gosh, my fingers. Well, let's see what's going on for you the first week. Oh no, we already did that. The second week. I'm sorry. Yeah, Venus square Uranus. We'll talk about it. That's a big one. Okay. Like lovers, money. There may be some surprises there. Creative projects. But then you've got Venus moving into your sign, exalted. You've got Mercury conjuncting the North Node in your sign, so you may hear something fated. They're like have a fated conversation. Like we'll talk about it when we get there. Saturn moving into Aries. I do like Valentine's Day for you too. It's a little bit more serious, but we'll talk about it. The moon will be in Capricorn. That's very like no nonsense. It's like, are we a thing? Are we gonna go for this? Like, I need a car, like things like that. All right, this is gonna be. But I feel like you're good. It's like a very social for you too. Anyway, there you go. 3 of Pentacles. So the second week looks great. It seems like this is when a lot of y'all may start new jobs, start new projects, build something with other people where you're working together harmoniously. There's meaning here. There's something that is long lasting. Like you're in it to win it. But yeah, it can be a new job. It can be something that you're doing with your family as well, or something with friends, but something that it's fun to do, and it takes more than one person. You see the pentacles are in the structure of the building as well, so there is that structure for something to be long lasting. Now, the third week, is big, okay? So, I mean, the big things, obviously, Mercury in your sign, trine Jupiter. We have the eclipse. We have Venus conjunct the North Node in your sign. We have the sun moving into your sign. We have the Saturn Neptune conjunction. And it just doesn't, and then we have the Venus trine Jupiter. Yeah, let's see what's going for you the third week. Oh, in your sign. For you, in February. Yeah. You're good. That Queen of Wands energy, I feel you're really embracing. I feel like you're really understanding like how much power you have with the Queen of Wands. And let me describe her real quick. Because the Queen of Wands is she's the entrepreneur, and she is also like, she's a businesswoman. She's an entrepreneur. She's a businesswoman. She's charming. She's magnetic. She's very regal. She radiates. Yeah, she's got the powers of the sun. You know that. So yeah, you're moving on up. And ultimately, the Queen of Wands is very confident. She's very confident. People are attracted to that too, and so she gets things done, and she gets what she wants. Now, that's amazing because Queen of Wands is Aries. Yeah, remember that's your second house. So your self-worth, self-value, things like that. Like, I'm worth this much. Like having that confidence. I should be getting paid this much, right? Anyway, last week, Mercury retrograde in your sign. Sun conjunct the North Node. I think that you're going to like the last day, Mercury conjuncting Venus in your sign. There's just something really beautiful that day, even though Mercury is retrograde. That does mean like, yeah, there may be like a former lover or, creative partner or something that just comes, floats back from the past. But just to give you a heads up, on March 3rd, just a few days later, that's when we're going to have the lunar eclipse in Virgo. And so that would be partnerships, relationships, love, marriage. Yeah. Around that time. Let's see what's going on for you the last week. Ruby. Ow, my fingers. The last week of February. 8 of Pentacles, which is a Virgo card. It's Sun in Virgo. So very, very nice. It just feels like there is going to be some attention and focus around relationships, partnerships. There even could be a new job or something that like you just got and you're working hard. Maybe something that you started that you're working hard. You're putting all your effort into it. You know that it's like, you're working toward your legacy. It's very hardworking. He's very determined. He's also like, like perfecting his skills too. And it's Pentacles. And he's going toward his legacy. Anyway, Pisces, y'all are amazing. Thanks so much. Next week, we will go deeper in the aspects, okay? And for tier 3 members, really good, and legendary members, for the bonus spread, second spread, we'll look at love. We'll look at career, money. We'll pull more cards. your big message for February. You know where to find the link for that, and anyone's welcome to join. Pisces, y'all are amazing. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Ruby, why are you camera shy? She just had her aqua therapy today. She had aqua therapy. She looks, anyway, I gotta take her out. All right. Thanks so much, Pisces. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.